Welcome back. I got a review for the Barbara Steele, Michael Reeves film, Revenge of the Blood Beast, also known as the She Beast, released in 1966, directed by the enigmatic Michael Reeves, who died at 24 years old after directing 4 films. This is an effort that I think is very workmanlike, but not particularly good, unfortunately. It's got, and you would think with Barbara Steele in it, you could what could you do? Could you go wrong? Well, a lot went wrong. I mean, it doesn't have any of the atmosphere of the Mario Bava or Antonio Margheriti films, and Barbara Steele's hardly in the films. 2/3 of the film, she's off screen. It was shot in like 21 days, and I think Barbara Steele was only around for 1 day. They paid her $1,000, and that was pretty much it. This release is a Raro release. It's got a slipcover, and then here's the alternate artwork. It's just one disc, and then you've got the pretty nice booklet, which overview of the film. There's a picture of the She Beast, which is basically a witch. So the film is a pretty simple. The film is a very, very simple story about a witch that's discovered in a cave by the villagers, and the witch is put to death. She's stabbed and drowned, basically, and then through a series of unfortunate events, Barbara Steele and her husband, who played by Ian Ogilvy, who's I guess he was kind of a best friend of Michael Reeves. He seems to be in all the Michael Reeves films. They have an accident, which just happens to be in the pond where the witch was drowned, and you can imagine what happens next. The witch comes back as Barbara Steele. So that's pretty much the story. And it's unfortunately not very atmospheric. It has no atmosphere. The film is all brightly shot, and in fact, there's moments of comedic relief that really just kind of kills it for me. I mean, you're right. I'd say the last 20 minutes of the film, when you're trying to you would think you're trying to reach a crescendo with the audience. We've got this Keystone Cops chase between 2 cars up a hill that just killed it for me. But it was more of a lighthearted comedy than anything else. I will say that the She Beast makeup was pretty good, and there was one very decent kill with a Sith. But beyond that, I mean, it's just not much to offer here, and it's not one of Michael Reeves' best effort. Obviously, his best film is probably The Witchfinder General with Vincent Price. There was another release of this. Dark Sky released this film as the She Beast with a commentary track, which might be pretty interesting. It's got Barbara Steele and Ian Ogilvy. But from a picture quality perspective, I don't think anything's going to beat this Raro release, because the picture quality is fantastic on this thing. I would say that this has to be the definitive version. Unfortunately, it does not have that commentary track. The only special features you've got on this thing is about a 30-minute interview with Barbara Steele, which was very good. And in that, she waxes apoplectic about living in her love for Italy. It's pretty much, other than she talks about how she was cast in America to play opposite Elvis Presley in Flamingo Kid, I think, and then walked off the set and never came back to the United States. And after that, she was found by Mario Bava in some kind of a modeling magazine, and went to work in Italy, and that was it. She just fell in love with Italy. So yeah, it was interesting 30-minute. But it was actually a disappointment, because I really wanted to hear her thoughts on Michael Reeves, which she's been very tight-lipped about. So apparently the only way that I know that you're going to get any kind of information about her feelings about Michael Reeves might be on that Direct Sky DVD, which came out, I think, in 2009. So yeah, that's it for Revenge of the Blood Beast, and I'd give it a 5. I'd give it a 5 out of 10 as far as the film, an 8 out of 10 as far as the release and the picture quality. All right, appreciate you watching. Thanks.